You did inappropriate movements in my lesson.
All right, let's get started.
Right. So, boys and girls, how many of you guys have a favorite snack? What's your favorite snack?
I think that's really wants to share. I really like cheese.
Oh, yes, who said that? M&M's. Oh, love them. What?
You're supposed to raise your hand.
Oh.
You sit against the wall.
I'm going to the wall.
Anybody else have a favorite snack? Nobody?
Oh, I also like brownies.
Okay.
Brownies are good.
Well, today we're going to sing a song about our favorite snack, which just happens to be peanuts. Do you guys like peanuts? Yeah. Is anybody here allergic to peanuts? Oh, that's good.
That's good. That's good.
So we're going to go ahead and sing. Corey's going to play the accompaniment. Now, the song that we're going to sing is... Okay, so this song has two parts to it. It's called a verse and a refrain. Now, the verse is different each time it comes in the song. The refrain is the same. So I'm going to have you guys just go ahead and clap for the beat. Okay, listen to me sing. I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar. I've got a special place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Alright, you guys like the song?
That's good.
Alright.
Now I'm going to teach you guys how to sing this song. So, let's keep the let's get a steady beat going. So, I'm going to sing a line, and then you're going to repeat after me. All right? Yeah. I love. Let me start this one. I love peanuts in a candy bar.
I love peanuts in a candy bar.
Let's go ahead and try one again. I love peanuts in a candy bar.
I love peanuts in a candy bar.
I love peanuts in a can or a jar.
I love peanuts in a can or a jar.
I've got a little place in my backpack
Got a little place in my backpack
to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack.
to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack.
That was really good. That was the verse. Now we're going to sing in slightly larger chunks just to connect the lines more. So let's get that steady beat going again. I'm going to start. I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar.
I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar.
I've got a little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack.
A little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack.
That was good. Now I'm actually going to have to ask you to only clap during the verses, to just clap instead of like pat your legs or slap your neighbor in the face or something. So, yeah, that's what I figured. So now we're going to try to sing the whole verse. Ready? Get that steady beat going again. I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar. I've got a little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite
Very good singing. So now we're gonna learn the refrain. Now, do you guys remember what I said about the refrain? What's special about the refrain? Nick? The refrain is the same both times. What's special about the refrain, Nick?
The refrain is the same.
Very good. Okay. So watch me. I'm gonna model it for you. Just watch my hands. Pay attention to where I'm tapping during the refrain. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Watch me one more time. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. So you guys, I'm going to sing it. Try clapping the rhythm. So that means clap when I sing the words. Ready? 1, 2, clap with me. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Right, let's try that one more time. Make sure that, watch my hands if you're getting confused. Ready? 1, 2, clap with me. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Very good. I saw a couple of you guys do that right that time. So now let's try to sing. You guys think you can sing the words with me? Yes. All right. So we're gonna clap and sing. So 1, 2, clap and sing. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. All right, now do this with me. You ready? I love peanuts. I love peanuts. All right, so go ahead and join in with me. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. All right, now let's try singing the words and doing the motions this time. You don't know clapping. Ready? Watch me. I'll do it for you, and then you come in on the second time through. Ready? I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Ready? 1, 2, motions with me. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and sing the whole entire thing. We'll play. All right, here we go. My favorite snack. Very good job, guys. Great singing. All right, so now we're going to try to make a circle. So can I have everybody stand up?
Let's make it a slightly smaller circle.
Please do not open the candy bar. All right. So now we're going to sing the song one more time. But whenever you hear the word jar, can, candy bar, or backpack, hold it up and shake it real proud, all right? So let's go ahead and let's practice it one time. I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar. I've got a little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack. Very good. Now we're going to have everybody sing that. You ready? 1, 2, ready, sing. I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar. Got a little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Very good job, guys. Let's go ahead and pick one other person that hasn't had any of the objects yet, and give them one of them. Who hasn't had anything yet? All right, let's sing it again. Ready? 2, 1, 2, sing. I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a candy jar. Got a little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Great job, guys. Now we're going to sing the second verse. Now, what's special about verses? Ryan? They're different. Good job. Now, what's special about refrains? Very good. Okay, so Mr. Dash and I are going to sing the second verse for you guys. So, in the second verse, we talk about monkeys and elephants and cracking shells. So, you can go ahead and show them the motions.
So, I mean, what kind of motions do you think monkeys make? They kind of like hop around, kind of like this. Kind of a fun little fancy thing they do. So we're gonna have half the circle. Let's go from Patrick over. We're gonna do monkey motions when I say, well, we mentioned monkeys in the verse. And what do elephants do? Well, they got that giant trunk. So this half of the circle is gonna make elephant motions when we mention elephants in this next verse. And I'll make sure I point to the half of the circle that makes the motion at the correct time. And then also, like peanuts often come in these little shells. So you gotta crack them open. So when we mention cracking the shells, we're gonna crack some peanuts open. Alright?
So, let's go ahead and practice it. Monkeys love peanuts and elephants too. I found that out from a trip to the zoo.
There. Sorry.
Crack open. Take a shell and go crack, crack, crack. Peanuts, peanuts, my favorite snack. Let's try it one more time. Monkeys love peanuts and elephants too. I found that out from the trip to the zoo. Take a shell and go crack, crack, crack. Peanuts, peanuts, my favorite snack. Now we're going to sing the whole thing. You ready? From the very beginning. So, I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar. I've got a little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Here comes the second verse. Monkeys love peanuts and elephants too. I found it out from the trip to the zoo. Take a shell and go crack, crack, crack. Peanuts, peanuts, my favorite snack. Very good job, guys. Let's try it one more time. Second verse. Ready? 1, 2, ready, sing. Monkeys love peanuts and elephants too. I found that out from a trip to the zoo. Take a shell and go crack, crack, crack. Peanuts, peanuts, my favorite snack. Very good job, guys. Has anybody not had a can or a jar or anything yet? Who hasn't got to hold one of the props? Right. Let's try it one more time so everybody gets a turn. Sing the first verse and the refrain. Ready? 1, 2, first verse repeat. I love peanuts in a candy bar. I love peanuts in a can or a jar. Got a little place in my backpack to keep my peanuts, my favorite snack. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. I love peanuts. It's my favorite snack. Very good singing. Can I have you guys all come and sit in your assigned seats again? Or where you were sit, just sit back down in the group. Alright. So what did we learn about today? The two different parts of the song.
What are the two different parts of songs we learned about today?
Verse and refrain. So what can you guys tell me about the verse? Did we collect everything? Oh, sorry, can I have all the pieces back? Thank you very much. Alright. So what's special about a verse? It's different. Alright, how do we show that the verse was different? Max, we had different movements. Can you show me one of them? Yep. We also held up the candy bar and the jars and all that stuff. So what's the other part of the song that we learned about? Nick? Yep. Go ahead. Refrain. So how do we show that the refrain? How do we show what the refrain was? The refrain's always the same. So we did the same hand gesture each time, right? I love peanuts. Very good. So I think that's all we have for today.
Good. Love the closure. It was great. Come right back to the concept. When you first introduced the concept, I would make a bigger deal out of it. Skylar, you mentioned it beautifully right up front in the lesson. We're going to sing the verse and the refrain. But keep in mind that we're first graders. We may not have ever heard those words before. Keep it simple. This is the hardest thing for all of us who haven't worked with kids yet. Boys and girls, the verse is at the beginning, and it tells a little story, and there can be many verses. Say the word verse with me. Verse. The first verse, and then maybe you say the words. Now, there's another section of the song called the refrain, and the refrain just does the same thing. So you kind of relied on their knowledge to answer the questions. I love the questions that you ask. I love the repetition. There was just a lot of really good things there. But you never really told us what was special about the verse or the refrain. We just sort of figured it out on our own. That won't happen with the first graders. You have to tell us at the beginning, practice it through your song, your motions, your props, all that kind of fun stuff. Then and keep reinforcing it, and when you come back to the closure, it's almost like the introduction restated. It's kind of like a coda. So when you're doing different motions, and when you're doing props, and when you're changing the place of the steady beat, tell them, on the verse we're going to put the steady beat here. On the refrain we're going to put our steady beat here. On the verse we're going to do motions. On the refrain we're going to do this fun little thing, body percussion thing that they did. But tell them that. Tell them that's how you're showing the difference between verse and refrain. And then that way you keep working on that whole concept. Right? Very clear musical model. Very clear cueing, particularly on Skylar's part. Okay, Corey, need a little more confidence with that cueing. That's what's going to make a difference. I love that Skylar used those hand levels when he was first singing it to show the pitch change. You guys changed the melody of the last phrase. And you change a little melody. You'll hear it on there. So, I mean, at least we did it consistently wrong. But don't introduce it. If you're going to change that, they change a little rhythm, which is fine because you're not looking at it. But if you're going to change the melody, at least change it. Okay. Questions or comments? It's a fun little thing. Jessica.
You scream, band director.
You scream, band director.
You're both very, very professional, but I would suggest 3 minutes.
Welcome to my world. Sam.
I would say if we're not getting it right away, the music, like the pieces of, every section of the song, don't be afraid to go over that with us repeatedly until we actually get it and understand it. I think there was a couple of parts of the second verse that some people didn't understand. Well, yeah, we didn't make it very clear. You guys didn't need to know the second verse. We should have just sang
Yeah, I wrote that down because I didn't think you were going to actually teach them the second verse. I thought if you're going to teach it to them, then you're going to have to do what Sam is suggesting and break it down. Otherwise, tell them, we're going to take, you don't have to remember the words to this. You're going to be the people who sing the refrain. And there you go. You're reinforcing your verse refrain right there in that instruction. All right? I do like that you're actually sitting and you're only one level ahead of your first graders. And if that's going to be the case in the classroom, I think it's perfectly appropriate. I like Jessica's suggestion. Smile, enjoy it a little more. I know you're nervous. That's why we do it in here, to get the nerves out of the way. But, you may even consider a few more props because first graders love props and they'll react well. Get yourself a couple of cans, and maybe a couple more jars, and maybe even some live peanuts or some live, well, if somebody's allergic to them, you don't want to create some medical emergency. Yeah, okay? David and Mariah?
Do we ever do the refrain after the second verse again? Just to show that it comes back?
Oh, yeah, I wrote that down too. Make sure that you do the whole song. Otherwise, they'll wonder why you stopped after the second verse. It's not a DCL theming. It's a straight A, B, A, B. So, yeah, be sure that you do that. Mariah, did you have?
I was going to say
You're going to say the same thing. Yeah.
easier for them to understand the concept of refrain.
Felt just a little incomplete. Nick?
I would just say make sure they're comfortable with like the start, giving them the sort of pitch. So
Yeah, you're sensing all of that stuff, that the suggestions that we've made about the cueing, because you don't know where to start. And particularly if you're teaching a phrase that has a pickup, that's difficult. You're going to have to adjust your count off if you have a little pickup note. There's a little pickup note there in your verse. Okay. All great suggestions. Nice job, guys. A good lesson on 2 different sections. It's a great song. You may even. That's the thing I want to say to everybody. When you watch your video, take note of how much time you use, because you may want to add an extra skill, like maybe instruments or something, in case it only takes 15 minutes out there. I don't think it will. I think all of these lessons that we're doing in here will take just about the right amount of time out in your actual classroom. Okay? Nice job. Thank you very much. We're moving on to Sam and Patrick.
Good.